Tuesday, terrible Tuesday. PDC once again. We're up to lesson 5. I know, it's like we only left yesterday. Time hasn't passed at all, apart from those 500 days that happened in April. So, yeah, this Cinco de Mayo, welcome. It is Tuesday, and we are talking about alcohol, and it's all the best stuff now. It's sex and drugs and rock and roll. Well, mainly just alcohol and sex, the risks. I try. So basically today is a true or false quiz, and what I'm going to get you to do is I'm going to play this through and you'll see well, hopefully you'll see everything. It says to do it in pairs, so I guess find someone in your household that wants to do this with you. Or do it alone, which might be easier and more fun, I don't know. But note down whether you think the following statements are true or false. Now, obviously I'm going to go through the answers in this video, so you could look ahead, or, you know, you could play it and might pass as fun, maybe? Yeah, all right, Kenzie, I'm doing my best, I'm doing my best. So, here we go. And yeah, all right, Gabby, I know. So, here goes. True or false? Is it a truthhood or is it lies? Alcohol changes the way you feel and behave. Now, I have my own theories on this one, but you decide for yourselves. I'll give you the official answer at the end. Truth or lies? Drinking coffee or energy drinks sobers you up. Is it a truthhood or is it false? You only get a hangover when you mix your alcoholic drinks. That means sort of grain and grape. So you have wine and beer. You have stout and porter. Why would you do such a thing? You have, I don't know, whiskey and alcopops. I honestly don't know. Truth or lies? If a pregnant woman drinks, it can cause serious damage to her unborn baby. Truth or lies? Young people now drink more than ever. Is it truth or is it false? You are more likely to have unprotected sex if you've been drinking. And by unprotected sex, I mean not wearing a condom. I don't mean sort of, you know, outside. I mean, you. Of course, none of you are having sex. You're all far too young. And you never will. We all know this. Don't worry, when you have children, they'll be adopted. I'm aware of this. You should be aware of this. Truth or lies? Emergency contraception, the morning after pill, is only effective the following day. True or false? You can get free condoms from your doctor. So, if you're playing this properly, you've gone through, you've made your notes, you've got true or false. Now I've got to go through the answers, because that's how games work. You've got to find out the answers. So, ooh, hang on. Has my hair gone serif again? I think it has. Sorry. Usually I'd do it by looking at the board, but I'm trying to stay away from the board so you can actually see it. It is true. Alcohol changes the way you feel and behave. Well, not directly. The belief that alcohol changes the way you feel and behave is what changes the way you feel and behave. So, to all intents and purposes, you all believe it. It will all be true. That's how it works. So keep that in mind. And know the risks. Because you've been taught this, because you believe it, and because people behave as if it's true, it is essentially true. I would point to my non-existent mug, but it's over in the English book, because that's where we're doing all the stuff. 2, alcohol affects the CNS and the brain, which controls how you feel and behave. I don't know what the CNS is. Central nervous system. Yes, I do. Alcohol is a depressant. So although it may make you feel happy and relaxed, this is short-lived because alcohol depresses the brain's activity. Now, that much is true. It's all the other stuff about behavior that kind of isn't, but kind of is, because placebo effect. It's false. Drinking coffee or energy drink sobers you up. No, it doesn't. What caffeine does is it's a stimulant. It basically makes you forget that you're tired, and it reduces your decision-making capacity, which alcohol does as well, which makes it really dangerous. The only thing to sober you up is time. It takes approximately 1 hour for the liver to break down 1 unit of alcohol, though this will depend on your age, weight, gender, and how much you drink. Generally speaking, work on an hour. If you don't feel sober after an hour after drinking a single unit, then you probably have to wait longer. My way of doing things, if I have a drink, is I don't drive the next day, because I am that paranoid. 3, it's false. You only get a hangover when you mix your alcohol drinks. Of course that's false. That makes no sense. A hangover is caused by your body being dehydrated, and alcohol dehydrates you because you need incredible amounts of water to process the alcohol. It's better to drink water between your alcoholic drinks, as it allows alcohol to leave your body over the course of an evening. Basically, the more you dilute it, the easier it is to process, the more of a the better time your liver has, and the less bad it is in the morning. Trying to drink water the following day will help, but basically it's dehydration. It's the body not having enough liquid in it. It's true, if a pregnant woman drinks, it can cause serious damage to her unborn baby. Alcohol goes directly to the fetus because it goes directly through the bloodstream. This can lead to a miscarriage or fetal alcohol spectrum disorders. These disorders range between being mild, i.e. babies come out essentially dependent on alcohol, to being severe, so they might die without it. That's the problem when you're a pregnant person. You create babies and you build them in your womb, and they take on board everything you eat and drink and breathe in and adapt to your environment. And if that environment involves a lot of alcohol, the unborn child will adapt to that. Question 5 is false. Young people now drink more than ever. Overall, young people are drinking less, but those that are drinking at riskier levels, i.e. they are binge drinking regularly. So although your age group, generally speaking, is drinking less than it did in the past, those that are drinking far, far more dangerously. And I don't just mean by balancing on bus shelters. I mean literally your binge drink, I say you, not you were drinking, I understand this, my apologies. I mean the people that do drink, they binge drink, they overdrink, they drink large amounts because apparently it's fun to do so. It's true, you're more likely to have unprotected sex if you've been drinking. Even small amounts of alcohol can make you feel relaxed and confident, or rather, the associations do. As you drink more, it can be difficult to make judgments. We talked about suppression of your decision-making capabilities. You may lose self-control, or you may simply not be in the position to protect yourself. A great number of sexual assaults occur with people who are drunk, men and women, and people take advantage of that. So it's not necessarily your decision making that's at fault here, but at the same time you leave yourself open. I'm not victim blaming, but I am saying one way to protect yourself is not to get to the point where you can't actually protect yourself. And that goes for boys and girls. And boys, it pays to be sober enough to make decisions. Consent goes both ways, basically. It's not an absence of a no, it's a yes. And if you're uncertain, check. Question 7. Emergency contraception, the morning after pills on the effects of the next day, that's false. Emergency contraception can be used up to 72 hours after unprotected sex, but the sooner you take it, the more effective it is. It is available from chemists. It may prevent pregnancy, but it will not protect you from STDs, or as you perhaps know them, STIs, which goes without saying. But if you're worried about this sort of thing, and I know none of you are because none of you are involved, you can get it from a chemist. They do not have to inform anybody. You don't have to go to a doctor. So if ever you need it, these things exist. Question 8. You can get free condoms from your doctor. Yes, that's broadly true, but it's also false. You get them from sexual health clinics, not your doctor. You get them from youth workers, and it used to be you get them through school links, but that has been cut. The funding has gone from that. So there is a sexual health clinic in Derby. They do hand out free condoms and indeed other sex advice, and far more in depth than I ever could or would feel comfortable delivering. That's it. There is a task at the end, but it involves a card sort, and for obvious reasons, I cannot provide you with the cards because they come ready sorted, and that kind of ruins the point. So I guess this is the end of Alchemafrol. It's the last in the sequence of the PDC lessons that I'm doing. After this, it would have been work experience. I mean, I guess I can go through the next bit, but bear in mind, it won't mean the same. So thank you very much if you've been watching, and I shall see you tomorrow. Well, no, it'll be tonight actually when I'm recording the video of the quiz because people want to see the slides for some reason. So have a lovely day, Year 10. Follow government advice, make good decisions, stay safe, and a hearty stay at home to you all, and I'll see you on the flippity floppity. Yeah, that doesn't end.